Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Orlando City versus Santos Laguna in Leagues Cup 2023 South 2 group stage, the final, the third to last match day of the group stage of the Leagues Cup. Of course, two more Sunday and Monday as well, but this is the third to last match day of the group stage. And the only day with a single match that I cover. Busy to end the month, the way we like it. Orlando City SC contra Santos Laguna in La Leagues Cup, Fase de Grupos, Jornada 3. Whoever wins this match gets through the group, whether that's outright or on penalties. If Orlando wins outright, they top the group. If they win on penalties, they still top the group. If Santos wins on penalties, they're second place, and head-to-head would make them second place. If they win on penalties, they're through, but no, they would be first place if they win outright. They'd be second place if they win on penalties. So anybody who wins, there will have to be a winner. So whoever wins will go through the group here to the knockout stage. And if Santos wins, head-to-head wise, maybe that means Houston still isn't through either. Let's see how this finishes out. Lineups are as follows. In goal for Santos Laguna, Gibran Lahoud, Omar Campos, Mateus Doria, Felix Torres, Raul Lopez, the midfield, Alan Cervantes, Aldo Lopez, the midfield three, Duvan Vergara, Juan Brunetta, Emerson Rodriguez, and Harold Preciado up top. For Orlando City in goal, we got Pedro Gallese, the back four, Kyle Smith, Antonio Carlos, Robin Jansen, and Rafael Santos. The midfield two of Cesar Araujo, Wilder Cartagena. The midfield, attacking midfield three of Mauricio Pereira, Facundo Torres, and Ivan Angulo, and Duncan McGuire up top. Still a fun tournament, though. Santos Laguna for the win. Saludos. Welcome, welcome. Hola. Bienvenido means welcome, right? I think it does, yeah. But game's about to start in minutes. Oh, yeah, they did start earlier, didn't they? They should win there at home. How we doing, Captain? How we doing, Rory? Orlando winning 3-0. I'd say 2-1. Well, I'd rather them do that than how they played Toronto in 2012. Ugh. Ugh. That still hurt. Well, there we go. Of Orlando winning 2, it's not a joke. Cannot wait for the Liga MX to return to Libertadores. How about both MLS and Liga MX go? I disagree. I mean, I think this tournament's fun. I don't care if it's rigged or not. Steven Gerrard dos Santos got smacked by Santos. Or you could have just said Toronto in 2012. That was a real smack job. Down at Torreon, that was a real smack job, thanks to Aaron Vinter not parking the bus. That's all he had to do. And then the second half, we just let blood out the whole state. That's called a bloodletting. How we doing, Winvo? I agree. Now that I remember. Speaking of LA Galaxy, Toronto beat them in the quarterfinals that year and then proceeded to go down to Torreon. They drew Santos at home. Then they went down to Torreon and got slapped heavily. Yeah, I won't forget it. I won't forget it. Oh, boy. That was a bad night. I've been a fan of Toronto the whole time. I definitely got more serious as time went on, but they've been my team since 2007, since day one. I definitely got serious, more serious as time went on and streaming became more pervasive, but still remember watching DKO's goal, 5-0 against Red Bulls on decision day, the loss. Of course, Santos, Puerto Rico Islanders. Of course, back in the early days, streaming wasn't as pervasive, so I had to watch what I could. And it's a delayed match. Kickoff is at 6:57 Eastern. I have to sit here and shoot the breeze for 30 minutes. Florida, why do you do this so? Florida, why do you do this so? I want MLS to participate in tournament Libertadores, although it's going to be hard because you're going to be playing Flamengo and River Plate. I just want to see them play them. If you're good, maybe you'll win. Because I'm a Blue Jays, because in 2004, Roy Halladay, was a big fan of the Blue Jays because of Roy Halladay. Chose the Jays, the Raptors, the Leafs. It was only right that I chose TFC when they started. Again, of course, St. Louis is second in everything, and then there's the Braves and Cubs and all that, but it was always Toronto first. Pretty much because of Roy Halladay, and I just chose everything else after that. So, yeah. So pretty much one dude. How we doing, Raphael? Makes sense, exactly. Brad Guzan blew it. I'm not surprised. How we doing? Guys, I say 2-1 Orlando. But I will, since this is the only game all night, I will go as long as I have to until this ends. It'll kick off at 6:57 Central, is what they said. At least that's the delay. But here's the fun part about only doing one game tonight. I'll go as long as I have to. I don't have to do what I did to Cincinnati. So I'll shoot the breeze as long as I have to. And then we'll hopefully get into the match. Unless they completely cancel it. But hey, at least it's 6 o'clock. They could go as long as they want. I could go, you know what? Chaos-wise, I know it won't happen. But I would love for this to go longer than that State Memphis game. Remember when I went like 5 hours and 45 minutes streaming because of Mississippi State versus Memphis last year? Let's see if we can go 6 hours. Let's see if we can. Speaking of, did anybody realize how much that America St. Louis video blew up? It's on fire, I gotta say. Best short form video I've ever done, and it's still like in top 3 of everything. It's about to be top 3 of everything I've ever done on this channel. Because, of course, some labs have done better. Like, that's how good that video is doing. It's crazy. I've never had a short form video. I've had some good ones, but this one, they may go off without a hitch for like 24 hours, but then they start, right? Like the Canada-Croatia video or the Croatia-Netherlands video. But this one doesn't seem like it's stopping. America versus St. Louis, really? I would have never expected that. I agree. I think Zach Steffen would be a perfect replacement for Brad Guzan if he came back to MLS. I agree with that. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but, let me, I'm a bit proud. No, because it's of both leagues. Now, we could extend this to USL Championship and Canadian Premier League. Now, in that case, I would like to see 2 or 3 qualifiers from both leagues. Preferably, actually 4 qualifiers from the USL Championship and the Canadian Premier League. The Canadian Premier League, the best team in the league, and the Canadian Premier League final winner should go to the Leagues Cup since they don't have CONCACAF League no more. I still want them to play a secondary competition. I think they deserve that. And I think the USL Cup champion and the USL Shield champion should go to the Leagues Cup. Now, as well, if they go promotion relegation and go single table, I think the top 2 teams should go. But as of now, they still have the Shield and the USL Cup, MLS style. So right now, personally, both leagues have that, CPL and USL. So I think personally that the Shield winners in both leagues and the Cup winners in both leagues should go to the Leagues Cup. There's no CONCACAF League no more. CPL got to play the CONCACAF League. I think it's only fair that they get put in the Leagues Cup. They still deserve secondary competition. I think they do, personally. And Louisville could shock some people, to be honest. Or Phoenix. Have you not seen what Sacramento did in the Open Cup? Sacramento could shock some people. Louisville could too. Forge, if they're playing at their best, they could. Pacific, questionable, but they still could. So I think extra teams should qualify, but all MLS, all Liga MX. Ascenso is sort of different, but I think when it comes down to it, there should be some USL and CPL teams. Because technically the USL wants to be the secondary first-tier league, the championship, and the CPL is a first-tier league in Canada, technically. So, only fair. Since they can't go to CONCACAF League now, or the Central American Cup, like Canadian Premier League had gone to the CONCACAF League, which is pretty much just the Central American Cup now. Pretty much. Tell CONCACAF this then. You see Cancun and Liga MX. I could. I hope they do. I'd love to go back to Cancun, especially for CONCACAF Champions Cup if they played Toronto. I'd love to go back to Playa del Carmen and Cancun. And it would give me a reason if they were in Liga MX and then in CCL, or Champions Cup, Conca Champions, and they played Toronto. It would give me a reason instead of just going to go. And besides, in February, February or March, it's probably better than here. So, or I'm sure it is anyway. So, and by the way, you ain't got to worry about a hurricane. So, like 2005 when Hurricane Emily hit. So, yeah, I'd love to have a reason to go back to Playa del Carmen. So if Cancun made Liga MX, I'd be happy. Just so they could face Toronto in the Champions Cup, and I'd have a reason to go back to Playa del Carmen. So, yeah. Be nice to have a reason. What would be your top 6 teams you would like to replace with USL or Ascenso teams? Morelia. Atletico Morelia replaces Mazatlan. Necaxa, no. Querétaro gets replaced by Cancun. RSL gets replaced by Sacramento. Houston gets replaced by San Antonio. Let's see. Louisville City. I want Louisville City to replace Chicago Fire and Phoenix Rising to replace the San Jose Earthquakes. There you go. So Atletico Morelia for Mazatlan, as it should be. Orlando. Well, they'll play at 6:57 Central. Welcome. But I want Louisville City to replace Chicago. I want Morelia to replace Mazatlan, as it should be. I want Querétaro to be replaced by Cancun. I want San Antonio to replace Houston. I want Sacramento to replace RSL. And I want Phoenix Rising to replace San Jose. Because all 6 of those are irrelevant teams of the ones getting knocked out. They're all irrelevant. Well, I'd rather Austin stay than Houston. Dallas and Austin deserve to stay, at least league form-wise. Houston sucks. Well, okay, no, they're good this year, but it's Ben Olsen's team. Who cares? Irrelevant. Okay, they've had a good season, but they've still been irrelevant for 10 years plus. Besides. What? Okay, no, that's got to... They may have just not wanted... may not want them to go up. But Atletico Morelia logo got changed. Well, I'll check it out, and hopefully I don't puke. Hopefully I don't puke. It doesn't sound too good. Well, I got time. Actually, hold on. Hold on. Atletico Morelia. Hold on. New logo. Oh my God. You know what? No, I don't want them to go up no more. My God, that's horrible. It's boring and horrible. Oh my God. No way. Hell, they took away the red. Now it's like maroon. Well, no, that's more like poop brown than maroon. I know maroon. That's not maroon. What the hell's wrong with them? What the hell's wrong with them? You know what, Mazatlan? You get to stay because that logo's horrible. Ugh. Well, I never thought of it like that, but if it is, it's Italy. And it has blue at the bottom, too. Azzurri. You know, I never thought of it like that, but, you know, Italy. And it has Azzurri. It has Azzurri blue at the bottom. It's not the right way, though. But it's not even the right way, the flag, but it does have red, white, green, and blue, so. I haven't heard of Mexico having blue. So, if it had pink, maybe we could talk, but I did not have that in my mind. There was no reason, but if you're going to make me pick Italy, but you were going to make me pick Italy. All right. Forza Azzurri. Carlos Salcedo touched the ball. They're not checking it. Well, of course he did. Use the Santos 40th anniversary logo for the RSR. I couldn't find it. Like, I legitimately couldn't find. I couldn't find the... What is it called? A PNG. I couldn't find it as a PNG. So. And besides, I think it'd be too hard to clean up. I mean, I found a site. Cool. Atlanta got CONCACAF. They just got jobbed. That's cool. Nice. We'll talk it through, okay? We'll talk it through. We'll talk it through. Nice. It's not even a logo. It's like one of those pogs. You know, you remember those pogs from the 90s and they had like pictures on them? That's what Morelia made their logo. They put a flexing arm on their logo and it made it look like a pog. Like, I have no problem with roundels, but no head up penal. Oh, come on. No head up penal. Nah, he touched the ball. I'm waiting, though, for this game to start. I mean, of course, Salcedo goes and touches the ball, just handles the ball and gets away with it. Why? No, I'm glad Toronto, yeah, I mean, Matt Hedge is gone, too. We need to stop signing free agent center backs because it seems they can't even last a full season at this point. I get why Salcedo left, but he didn't last a full season. Hedges didn't last a full season. So, I don't know what. Yeah, Salcedo, he's one of the most. Hey, watching him play center back's an experience, I can tell you that much. How? The only reason he's at Cruz Azul is because Tuca's there. That's the only reason. That is the absolute only reason. Because Tigres, then he went to Toronto, then he went to Juarez, and then he followed Tuca to Cruz Azul. And then, here's the problem. Tuca's going to be fired in about 6 weeks. There's no way he lasts past October. I'm going to say that right now. That may be bold, but, see, I got to shoot the breeze for, 10 more minutes. I'll check it out, okay, Winvo? I'll see. If it's a PNG, I'll check it out. I'll look it up. But I'll see if I can get it. If I can, it'll just be the regular logo, but I'll try. Looks like they will start when they're supposed to. Good. I'm a Pumas fan, so I want Cruz Azul to take the L. They should. They're playing Atlanta at home. Charlotte down 1. That doesn't. Wait, they're playing Nick Coxley. Yeah, that actually surprises me. To that freaking crap shoot of a club. Now they got problems. One 0 Necaxa. I can't believe it, man. Charlotte's got problems. Orlando's played Santos before. Orlando won. Yeah, they did. Harold Preciado's the player to watch for Santos Laguna. Scored both goals against Houston. You see the women's Sweden soccer team rip up Italy. It's actually Charlotte goal. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I saw the score line. By the time I was ready to watch the match, I knew it was 2:30, but I was a bit. I was trying to finish the YouTube videos. I was on my subscription feed on my watching account because I was doing that anyway. I was like, yeah, why not? I had a bad feeling anyway. I'm not gonna lie. They got beat 5-0. By the time I was ready to put it on, they were down 3-0. I'm like, why would I watch the rest of it? Rory kept me in touch about the game. Yeah. When I heard it was 3-0, I was like, yeah, no. No. What's the point? 2:30 is a bit. if I didn't like beat around the bush of trying to take a nap last night, maybe I would have seen it, but I felt like I was tired. Like last night, I felt like I was tired after I did the Forge game, so I like laid in my bed for like 3 hours after I put the Forge video up and put up the streams. And like I got off my ass at like 11:45. As I thought I wanted to take a nap. I was tired for some reason. And then I got a second wind. And it wasn't, I don't think it was the caffeine, but I got a second wind. Then I went to sleep at like 6. Then I drank one more Coke. I guess half-life of caffeine and all that, because I only had drank 2 that night. Ate the rest of my pizza. Ate some chocolate chip cookies. I didn't go to sleep till 6. So, yeah, that was a false alarm. I burned the candle at both ends anyway. So, Portland are getting grouped. You know they're through already. You know they're through. Leagues Cup said they're through. You know that, right? They're not getting grouped. They can't get grouped. They're mathematically through. 1-1 Necaxa. There we go. So, no, I didn't watch the Italy game. I saved myself from pain. What? Do I look like John Gotti to you? Do I look like John Gotti to you? Oh! Yeah, exactly. The goal differential. Do I look like John Gotti to you? Oh! Let's see if there's one game in this group that doesn't end on penalties. Under 2.5, I say 3-1. So, if Santos Laguna wins, Orlando is out. If Orlando City wins tonight, Orlando City goes through as the 1 seed, Houston as the 2 seed. If Santos wins, Orlando's out. I think this game's going to be 2-1 Orlando, so it's going to go over 2.5. It'll be 3, so. Orlando wearing their purple, which is a beautiful purple, I might add. Santos Laguna wearing green and white, as they normally do. Four minutes to kickoff. So, hey, the weather delay was right on. They said 6:57. We are 6:57. But yeah, Portland's through. So, they better not pull a half-baked. Orlando's a good team. NYCFC is through, yes. NYCFC is through no matter what happens on Sunday. It's Toronto's got to win by 3 to join y'all. So there we go. Head-to-head. Oh, yeah, they both had a shootout. So this is what we're going to do for the game 3? Whatever. The head-to-head of both teams. So both teams have a draw. Orlando won their shootout. Santos lost their shootout. Santos scored 2 goals and allowed 2 goals. Orlando scored 1, allowed 1. Expecting Anthony to be announced today, tomorrow, or Monday. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Santos Laguna, starting 11. In goal, Laud, Campos, Torres, Lopez, Raul Lopez, Alan Cervantes, Aldo Lopez, Duvan Vergara, Juan Bruneta, Emerson Rodriguez, Harold Preciado for Santos Laguna. How we doing, Isaiah? Orlando City in goal, Pedro Gallese. Santos, Jansen, Antonio Carlos, Kyle Smith, Walter Cartagena, Cesar Araujo, Ivan Angulo, Mauricio Pereira, Facundo Torres, and Duncan McGuire for Orlando City. Petrasso's on the bench. Nice. Hopefully he plays. Luca Petrasso's on the bench. Hopefully he plays. Plays forward. Here we go. 0-0, settle was settled. Into the 17th, 17 seconds in. UEFA might as well use Swiss model for qualifiers for Euros and World Cup. Fair. That's fair. Orlando wearing purple. Santos Laguna wearing green and white. It's a lighter green, though, than they normally wear. Feels like they wear a bit of a darker green, but again, that might be just because it's the 40th anniversary kit. I like it, though. But I've seen Santos wear a darker green before. Feels like it's a bit light. I don't know. Oh. Bad giveaway by Santos there. Bad giveaway. Robin Jansen recovers, though. Playing forward here. Oh. Yeah, that was a clean tackle. Playing forward. Finally past the weather delay. The Helitech rain delay. Playing forward. Santos, early shot. Saved by Gallese. Playing forward. Oh, there we go. Ivan Angulo making a run. Blazing down the channel. Angulo. Still has the ball. That's out for a Orlando throw. What a run by Ivan Angulo. Nothing out of it. Oh, so they took it away from VAR. 1-0 Charlotte. Foul, free kick for Orlando. Cervantes gives it up on Araujo. It's a free kick in the 2nd minute for Orlando. Interesting. Besides, I think the 40th anniversary logo would have been too bulky for the stream, or the way I make the stream. So, but I'll, if I can, I'll recenter for the. See, the shirt doesn't have a 40th anniversary logo. Technically, I'm not wrong. So who needs to win for Dallas to stay number 1 and make it out of the group stages? I would think Dallas is already through. It's just for seeding purposes. Cross in. Duncan McGuire off the post. McGuire off the post. He was offside anyway. What do you think of the reports of Montreal trading Rudy Camacho to TFC or Columbus? The 32-year-old has his contract finishing in December, and Montreal wants to play the kids. Hey, you know what? We need warm bodies at center back. Besides, he's a double agent anyway. Remember 2020? So, you know what? Might as well. He doesn't want to go to Columbus. He wants to stay in Canada, at least for the time being. So, hey, we need warm bodies after we got rid of Matt Hedges. Maybe Mabaka makes him look good. So, you know what? If he's a double agent, as I said, Mabaka will make him look good, right? Might as well. And, hey, maybe we could keep him. I don't know if he is that good, but it'll turn into a Omar Gonzalez type deal. We really don't want that. Ball played forward, but still, worth the shot. I remember that. Thoughts on the Hedges trade? I don't know what the hell we're doing. Maybe it's Gam to get Richie back, but if it's not that, I don't know why the hell we traded him. I mean, yeah, I guess we should just rip everything apart, save, but still, I think you're already through. So unless you want to stay number one, it doesn't matter. But Necaxa has no points. Charlotte has. Did they win the shootout or? They won that shootout, so they have 2 points. So if you have 3 points, if Charlotte were to win, they'd be first. You'd be second, but you're through no matter what, because Necaxa would have 3 and beat out Charlotte, but head-to-head, I think Dallas won outright. Yeah, they scored 3 goals. They won outright. So Dallas is through. It just depends on who wins. So if Necaxa wins, whether it's a shootout or an outright win, you would still be first. If Charlotte wins, you'd be second, but you're still through, unless you want to keep first. So root for a draw. Now, if Charlotte loses a shootout, head-to-head wise, I still think you'd be under them. But then crazy head-to-head stuff. I agree with that. No problem. But I'm not going to get into all the math of Charlotte loses the shootout and Necaxa wins it, but that gives them 2 points. Charlotte would have 3. I think it'd still be above head-to-head. So to get first, you need Necaxa to win, but if you're going through anyway, so. Because at some point, because somebody's going to have 2 points. You have 3. So it's only really about seeding at this point for y'all. Santos Laguna playing backwards. Camacho wants to be reunited with Wilfred Nancy. Well, honestly, it'd be better for them than us. So, but Wilfred Nancy also wants to play the kids in Columbus. So, you know, I heard he was preferring Canada, but you heard that. So I don't know what's conjecture at this point. But again, here's the little problem with that. Wilfred Nancy wants to play the kids in Columbus as well. Look at what he did to Eloy Room. Just realized Santos copied Celtic. Yeah, it would be weird to have a Santos kit and a Celtic kit in my closet. But you know what? Yeah, I think it was a promotional logo. Hello from Mainz, Germany, supporting Santos Laguna. Welcome in. I think I butchered that, but hello. Wunderbar. That was better. 8th minute. Thoughts on the new Club America home kit? I love it. I love the throwback style of it. And hell, if somebody said if America wins the league, they'll send me one. Just look at the comments of the last video. That was a promise too. So I guess I'll be, at least by May, I'll have a Club America kit of this season's, of the one that I really like. So you know what? I mean, hey, if somebody gonna promise it, probably December, but at least May. They're going to win the league at one part of the season. They're going to at least win one of the Apertura Clausura, if not both. Yeah, of course, but I think it's beautiful. And yeah, the centered badge is nice. I think that makes it a little bit better. But again, the only jersey I would never buy in CONCACAF is Montreal. I would never wear a Montreal kit. I would never buy one personally, but if somebody was to be cheeky and send one as fan mail, I guess it's in the collection. I'm not going to burn it. That would just be an asshole move. I'm not going to burn it. I'm just burning $200 that somebody wanted to send me. I would feel like an asshole burning it, you know? Now, if I bought one myself to burn it, that's a different story. Thoughts on America scoring 4-0 on St. Louis? I'm not surprised. I felt like that game was either going to be St. Louis was going to kick America's ass somehow, or America was going to kick their ass for St. Louis, just focusing on that match wholeheartedly. And what happens? I wasn't surprised. I hated to see it, but I wasn't surprised. America looked like a freaking well-oiled machine, and St. Louis, they felt like they were thrown into the deep end of the pool, and they just couldn't swim. That's exactly what that was. Yeah, I agree with that. No, this is purple, not blue. This is purple, not blue. This is Louisville City, which, you know why they wear purple is because the old owners of Orlando City and the USL bought Louisville City when Orlando went up to MLS and made it the same color scheme. So I'm not wrong for wearing this kit because I don't have an Orlando kit. See what I did? But it's purple and black, not blue and black. Or are you colorblind? He's been healed for like a damn year now. Hey, you know what? He's done a damn good job, though. He's done a damn good job. So, good for him. And besides, I'd rather be Dominic. If I was in a situation like them, I'd rather be Dominic Mysterio than Buddy Murphy. If you know, you know. Oh, you're colorblind. Okay. Well, sorry about that. I do like the kit they're wearing. I do like the gold and purple. So, there's another one. I would definitely get this one. Now, if it was that away kit they have, that's ugly as sin. Now, their away kit right now is ugly as sin. It still is. Their best away kit was a 2020 away kit. The other ones were boring, and this one's ugly as sin, the away kit, the Starburst kit. But I said that last year, and I still stick with it. Now, this kit, though, is nice. Their current all their home kits have been pretty nice, but I think this one's the best. They've never made a bad home kit. I'll say that much. I do like that kit they had with the collar that was sort of heathered purple with the golden stripes. Was that like 2015? You like the 2018 away with the purple cuffs? No, I said the 2020 away. The one with the 3 purple stripes and then like the purple gradient like on the stomach. Like that one. That 2018 one was sort of boring. Mind if we borrow Nolan Arenado from you? Oh, yeah, you're a Dodgers fan, or you're Dodgers Yankees. You're not a Rockies fan. I mean, if he goes, I'd rather it be the Dodgers because the Dodgers are still going to lose to the Braves. Now, if it's the Yankees, though, I don't need that as a Blue Jays fan. But, yeah. Man, it's going to suck for you to see him in green and black. Dodgers, okay, better for me then. Cardinals ain't doing shit. Cross in. Well, that's why he's getting traded. Yeah, but they're still in position to maybe make a run because the AL East is just weird. What, they're only like, 3 or 4 games out of the wild card, even though they're 5th in the AL East? What a weird division. It's hell. Santos Laguna player down the 14th minute, 0-0, settle was settled. Hey, if you had $500,000 in GAM, you could have traded us. You could have got him back. But you didn't. Austin did. And if they don't use that GAM on Richie Larea, well, I'm not going to be happy. Because what new player would be just as good as Hedges for $500K GAM? Who, pray tell, besides Richie Larea? Watch any of the Women's League? I've watched a bit of the Women's World Cup. I watched both Canada games. I watched Jamaica, Italy versus Argentina. I've watched as many games as I could. Let's put it like that. I haven't watched everything, or like half of everything, like the Men's World Cup. Because, remember the group stage, I did sort of forsake 2 of the games per day because those were like 2 and 5, but still. So I didn't watch everything then either. But also I've been watching, I watched the Challenge Cup last night, NWSL Challenge Cup. Or at least it was on Golazo as I was mulling on taking a nap. But still, it was on Golazo and I had it on. Yeah, good comeback by the Washington Spirit, by the way. Got to commend them. Down 2-1, and they scored 3 unanswered goals to beat Gotham. Good comeback. Good play for a team that's... I think they're still bottom of the league, right? But yeah, that was a good comeback. And OL Reign still won 1-0, I think. So that means Portland Thorns have to get second place. Well, there we go. I'm not surprised. Imagine Pete Alonso turning heel against the Mets and joining the Braves. Well, but they got Matt Olson, though. Why would he need to go to the Braves? Or Pete Alonso could be the DH. Matt Olson could be the first baseman. Austin Riley could be the third baseman. And the Braves are undefeated, or just a dynasty for like 5 years. Like the 2020s Braves are going to match the 1990 Braves. Tuca's tactics are outdated. It is 16-15, 16-minute 15. So, but that was an awesome comeback by the Washington Spirit. Yankees are pulling a reverse Daron Asprilla. They're using their playoff form during the season this year, and we're dead last. And you still are only like 4 games out of the wild card. Only Yankees things. They're 5th in the division, but they're still 4 games out of the wild card in July. I hate the AL East. Torres goes down. Be a corner. The AL East is hell. Thank God there's 3 wild card spots. Hell, 2 almost wasn't enough for the Jays. They have never missed a playoffs with 3 wild cards as it stands. 2020, they made it with a wild card series, I should say. They made it in 2020. They made it last year. They're going to make it this year as it stands. Should be fouled the other way, so. I agree. Otani's going to a new team next season, probably. I agree with that fact. Yeah, TFC is not one of the big, top, strong, winning championship teams in the MLS because freaking Bill Manning freaking crashed the ship into the Titanic or an iceberg. You know how that team makes me feel? You know how TFC makes me feel? Have you ever seen the scene in Titanic where the rich guy says they try to give the rich guy a life jacket, and he says, we are prepared to go down as gentlemen. Wait, here we go. We're dressed in our best and we're prepared to go down as gentlemen, but I would like a brandy. That's how I feel on the ship that's called TFC. It's ran into an iceberg, and I'm in a suit saying, I'm prepared to go down. I'm dressed in my best and prepared to go down like a gentleman, but I would like a brandy. That's what that team makes me feel like. I'm not wearing no damn life jackets. I'd rather wear a suit. If I'm going down, I would rather wear a suit. You know? If I know I'm going down, I'd rather wear a suit. I'd rather be in my best if I know I'm going down. If I know I'm going down with the ship. Because what's a life jacket going to do you? Shot past the post. That rich guy had the right idea. What's a life jacket going to do you? Mets are trading Max Scherzer to the Rangers. I just saw that. Those are cool. Found the bright yellow necklaces that the Rays players wear their uniforms. Turns out really cheap to buy. Not even real stones. Still looks good. I thought you were talking about those fighting necklaces. They actually wear real... Oh, well, there you go, then. When I think of bright necklaces, it's still 0-0. Orlando will find some. Lowell Mets. They never could get rid of it. Header, cleared. But Orlando's played well, but Santos had a couple of moments. But I think Orlando's been the better team recently. I think they've been better. Be a goal kick for Gallese. I think Orlando's been the better side. I think Santos has let Orlando run the game, personally. I think Orlando will definitely find some here. At least win on penalties, if not win outright. The Rangers keep getting stronger. I think he's talking about a different channel. I don't know. I've never heard of the channel he's talking about. I probably would have heard of him. The Rangers keep getting stronger. What score? It is 0-0, 0-0 between both sides here. The Rangers might actually be good this year. You know what? Blue Jays versus Rangers ALDS this fall. Hey, 8 years ago, it's time for the Jays to beat up the Rangers again in the playoffs. I can't wait. How we doing? No, they'll blow it again when the Jays play them. The Jays will kick their ass again. You know, I think I've heard of that before, though. But no, the Jays will kick the Rangers' ass again in the division series and knock them out of the playoffs when they should be winning the World Series. It's happened before. Twice, actually. Since the Cardinals and Giants can't beat the Rangers, it's going to be the Blue Jays. Well, it turned different, didn't it? And DeGrom hadn't even really played, to be honest. Free kick for... Nope, Orlando gets advantage in the 22nd minute. The Blue Jays will still kick the Rangers' ass again, I'm sure of it. I can't wait. Those are some fun days. Let's see if it happens again. Let's throw it back to 2015 and 16, all right? Yeah, let's do it. I'm sure there's overlap. Why wouldn't there be overlap? '23rd minute. Those damn Astros, deranged Yankees fans. Yeah, deal with the fact you're 5th in the division. Angulo shot. Oh. That was so bad. Angulo. There we go. Hat flick for you. Oh my God, that was horrible. He was wide open. What was he doing? Well, he shot that into the sky. Still 0-0, 0-0. When you're bottom of the division, I wouldn't be going after the Astros. I know you don't like the Astros. I don't like them either. Who likes them besides actual Astros fans? I don't think anybody likes the Astros who aren't Astros fan. I mean, when they won the World Series, I was happy for Dusty Baker, but that's all I was happy for. Shot Angulo right to Laud. That was a better shot, though. If Orlando loses this game, that Angulo Scott shot is going in as a hat flick. I don't care. Oh, yeah, you are an Astros fan, aren't you, Winvo? I forgot. You're an Astros fan. I think you're more as a Durham Bulls fan. Mariners, oh yeah, it was Mariners, or it was Astros Yankees, yeah. Oh yeah, because the Yankees beat the Guardians. Almost said their old name. I'm not used to Guardians. Doesn't feel right. I know it's been 2 years. It doesn't feel right. I think most baseball fans would say the same. I mean, I don't think that's a controversial opinion, but I think most baseball fans don't think it's a controversial opinion, but Pereira loses the ball. Astros hate is just cringe now. With or without trash bins, the Astros would have still kicked the Yankees' ass in the ALCS. They've done it 3 times now. Yankees always choke. Well, I mean, here's the thing about the Astros, hey, I will say, is that everybody was doing it. In some way, shape, or form, everybody was stealing signs at that time period. The Astros are the only ones who got caught. And then more players have came out. Charlotte 2-0, Dos Aceros. And then more teams have come out basically saying, yeah, the Red Sox did it. The Yankees did it. The Dodgers did it. Like, I've basically heard like at least 10 teams that didn't get caught. Now that everything is out in the wash, like players have said, oh, the Yankees were doing it. The Red Sox were sign stealing, which we knew that, but the Yankees were sign stealing. I heard Dodgers. Like, everybody was doing it at that point in some way, shape, or form. The Astros are the only ones that get caught. Well, the Red Sox did too, but hell, the Red Sox don't even get the hate the Astros did. And technically, the Red Sox cheated to win the World Series the next year. So, 2 straight World Series were won by teams who were stealing signs. No, I thought that the Yankees did do something that got them like flagged by the commissioner's office. And then somebody said they were. Point is the sign stealing was a lot more pervasive when the Astros did it. Somebody actually asked about that on Reddit, so likely that I knew about it more than some season holders. Huh, interesting. Is Bill even starting for Charlotte? Let me check. Still 0-0 in the 29th minute. Nope. Bill's on the bench. He's actually not even on the bench. He's not even on the bench. Actually, my bad. Yeah. '30th minute, 0-0. Settle. Yep. See, the Yankees did it too. So, I mean, everybody should get shit, or nobody should, to be honest. Hydration break here in the 30th minute in Orlando. But to be honest, I wanted the Phillies to win the World Series more than Astros last year, so that's why. Hello from Dublin, Ireland, home of Shamrock Rovers Football Club, established 1899. Well, hello to y'all in Dublin. Big respect to Ireland. Big ups to Ireland. Why they do Bill this way? I don't know. As I said, I think Bill Tuiloma is sort of a opposite of a change of scenery player, a player that does better with a change of scenery. They changed his scenery and he fell off a cliff. He's got to still have some talent, though. Well, if Toronto doesn't get Richie Larea back, I got an idea. But I don't make the calls, do I? I don't make the moves, do I? But if I did make the moves, I could tell you one thing. If Toronto didn't get Richie back, I'm trading for Bill Tuiloma. Bill Manning. Bill Manning for president of the United States. Well, yeah. Could lead to chaos. I'm excited to see a Mexican team come to Red Bull Arena tomorrow with a 15,000 empty seats. No, you'll sell out some more seats because it's a Mexican team. Their fans will travel amazingly well. Even if it is Atletico San Luis, they'll still travel very well. So it'll be better than that because of them, not you. It'll still be like half empty though. Shamrock Rovers Football Club is the Irish professional football club based in Tallaght, South Dublin. The senior men's team competes in the League of Ireland Premier Division, is the most successful club in the Republic of Ireland. I've heard of those teams. Yeah, I've heard of Shamrock Rovers as well. Yeah, I think about 20. Good. Come to Dublin. Check out our famous club, Shamrock Rovers. We're one of the foundation clubs in American football, American Soccer League, Boston Rovers, 1967. Oh, the same year the Leafs last won the Stanley Cup. That's just whatever happens when I read 1967. But nice to know that history. That's some nice history to know. And now we're back, 33rd minute after the water break. 0-0. Settle. Which stout? Stout, porter, which one? Because there's more stouts than Guinness, but most famous, of course. And they also say it's better in Europe from the tap, or the bottles aren't great, but the bottles are better over there, or cans, I should say. And it's better from the tap over there. I mean, well, does New Year's Eve count as a dry January? Well, if it's past 12 o'clock, it won't be a dry January, will it? Or does technically when you go to sleep on New Year's Eve technically still count as the year before? And then when you wake up, it's technically, I don't know. I don't know how you look at it. To me personally, save there, header. I may will. To me, I kind of see New Year's Eve as like, it's not really the new year. Like, even if you watch the ball drop, it's not the new year till you wake up the next day. You know, that's sort of my thought process. I don't know about you, though. Cross in. Orlando looking for a goal. Good punch away by Lahoud. Now there'll be about 18 to 20,000 Red Bull Arena. Could be 21,000, or even if fans really got out, 22 to 23. Yeah, that's about what I thought, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't planning on drinking after I went to sleep on New Year's Eve. I'm still going to drink some Moscato on New Year's Eve, yeah, after the ball drops. I was going to do that. I don't know, maybe if Mississippi State wins. Aren't they playing on New Year's Eve, or is it the second? Or was that? Because if State plays on New Year's Eve, if they win the Sugar Bowl, I may crack it open early. I don't care. I may just crack it open early. Oh, boy. I think it's New Year's Eve, the Sugar Bowl, yeah. Yeah, when they win it, how about you crack it open early? Yeah, don't forget McGregor's stout either. Black Forge Stout, I think. Yeah, that's what it was called. Black Forge in, Black Forge Stout. Yeah, McGregor has a stout now. Guinness Guru actually said it was pretty good, too. Plays back to Guyese. We wore the green and white hoop jersey with a shamrock and a football club crest. We're in European football next Thursday. Champions League or Conference League? Because it seems like that's the only qualifiers that are on right now. Champions League or Conference? 37th minute. Red Bull Arena was packed yesterday for the Premier League Series friendly. Yeah, because it wasn't a Red Bulls game. That's why it was packed. Yeah, I've never seen Red Bull Arena that packed, to be honest. I never have. Speaking of Premier League Summer Series, I'll be live for Chelsea vs. Fulham tomorrow at 1:45. Not far enough for Angulo. Good defensive play there. 38th minute. 24,000 people were there. Yeah, that's about the fullest I've ever seen Red Bull Arena be. I know attendance jokes toward Red Bulls are lazy, but it's low-hanging fruit, but I don't care. Conference League, we dropped out of the Champions League qualification 2 weeks ago. Hopefully Shamrock Rovers gets through to the next round and then to the group stage. See what happens from there. They could get top 2 in a group in the conference, though. I think. Red Bull NYCFC gets pretty packed. True, but I don't think that packed. 39th minute. Thirty-ninth minute to play forward here. Nil-nil, settle with settle. Oh, sends Angulo through, but nothing there. Sent Angulo through, but nothing there. Fortieth minute. Most MLS fans always make fun of Red Bulls with empty stadium and no trophies jokes. I mean, yeah, it's low-hanging fruit, but I would. Qualified group stage of UEFA Europa and Conference League before. This year's not been great. Our country league needs investment. I agree. Santos goal. Santos Laguna. Somebody says. Plays forward. Shot. Oh, my God. That was just so easy. Way too easy. Goal. 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 De Santos Laguna. Raul Lopez scores. Pushes up into the midfield and nobody covers him and just puts it past Yepez. Wow. What a horrible misplay by Orlando. And Jansen just gets it put straight past him. Well, there you go. And he was in the right place, just at the wrong time. 1-0, 1-0. 1-0 Santos. Fair. That sounds good. I agree with that. But Raul Lopez scores the goal. Orlando's down 1-0. In the 41st minute, settle 1-0. Could have cost them. If Orlando wins out or wins outright or on penalties, they still go through. So they just need one goal and then hopefully winning on a shootout, or they need two. But it could cost them, yes. Tomorrow, the All-Ireland Gaelic football finals on between Dublin and Kerry. 2 p.m. kickoff Irish time, worth a watch. At least I'll try to find the highlights if I don't watch it fully. But there's throw-in for Santos there. Bad news for Orlando. Yeah, my group stage predictions were absolutely horrid. St. Louis out? Oh, no. Oh, no. Chance, but that'll be picked up by Yepez. Goal kick. Sounds like a good idea. I like it. I think I've only had like pink Moscatos before too. Like peach, strawberry. Peach is an oranger, but still. When Red Bull ownership was looking for a place to have Red Bull Arena, they were looking in Staten Island. Been better in New Jersey. Would have been better in New Jersey. But equalizer for Orlando. Oh my God, right before the half. Araujo plays it up to Facundo Torres. Torres. Cross in by Santos. Header. Goal. 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 Goal de Orlando. Goal de McWhorter. Duncan McWhorter scores the header. What a player. What a player he is. From Duke, from college. Well, it was Duke, yeah, but from college as a super draft player. He's scoring goals. He's been scoring goals all year. And he scores another. Duncan McWhorter, the rookie of the year possibly this year in MLS. Scores another. Santos with a beautiful cross. McWhorter jumps over Doria. And he pops it in there. Back equal terms before the half. There you go. The goal Orlando needed. You're damn right. 44th minute, 1-1, 1-1. Orlando has the tie before the half. All they have to do is win on penalties to go through. It is a goal, and they kick off right before stoppage time to start. Duncan McWhorter with another goal. Orlando's back in second as of now. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Free kick for Orlando. I think Orlando was better in this half, except allowing the goal. But overall, I think Orlando was the better side. So I think it's fair that it's 1-1. Fair. Vamos Santos, si puede. Saludos, saludos. '46th minute. Yellow card. Emerson Rodriguez gets a yellow. Atlanta get an equalizer. Good for them. If they win on penalties, they'll be through as well. Whoever wins that Atlanta Cruz Azul game goes through, whether it's on penalties or outright. So, good for them. Jansen is down, doesn't look good. Maybe it should have been more than a yellow card. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Super chats are on. You know what it is. Let's build on that. Almada scored it. Let's build on the momentum that America St. Louis video is built. Let's build on that momentum. Playing forward. Torres. Pereira. Facundo Torres looks too good for both teams. Yeah, I agree with that. I wonder when he'll leave MLS for Europe. It's got to be soon, right? Like, it's got to be soon. Like, it can't be more than the end of next year. Like, he may have one more season left in MLS if Orlando's lucky. Like, if they're lucky, which depends on how much he loves the city, because if they take away the cap, maybe they could pay him enough to keep him. But if it stays the way it is, the rules, the roster rules, it's got to be by next winter, he's gone. He will not be there in 2025. Angulo cross out for a corner for Orlando right before the end of the half. Like, I don't know how long. Laoud. Corner here. Cross. Header. McGuire can't get anything out of that. Laoud catches it. Very close to halftime. Depends on when the referee wants to make the call. Throw in. That'll be a throw in. Halftime. Throw in taken. Bad goal kick. And it's halftime. 1-1, uno between both sides. Going into the second half, whoever wins will move through, whether that's on a shootout or outright. Whoever wins moves on here. So we got another 45. We're at halftime, 1-1, uno. 1-1. Let's see where we are on the Cruz Azul. Gallese fall for the goal too, went right through him. I agree with that. With that being said, Juan Jose Parada coming on for Atlanta. But with that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, and see if the Cruz Azul Atlanta game goes to penalties. Because we got time. So sit tight, I'll be back. 1-1, uno between Orlando and Santos. Got another 45 to go. Sit tight, I'll be back. Back for the stats at the half. Stats are as follows. 46% possession to 54%. Possession, 3 shots to 5. 139 accurate passes, 79% to 166, 84%. 5 fouls to 3, 1 offside to 1, 1 corner to 3, 3 shots to 5, 2 shots on goal to 3, 175 passes to 197, 139 accurate passes, 79% to 166, 84%. 12 throws to 11, 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 1-1 at halftime. To me personally, I think Orlando's been the slightly better team. I think throughout the first half, Orlando they would still have more points. Atlanta, if they win on penalties or outright, they would still have more points than Cruz Azul. Cruz Azul has no points. Atlanta would have 2 or 3. They would at least have 1 point, but if they win the shootout, they have 2. Cruz Azul has 1. All they need is the points. But again, back to the Orlando game. Orlando's been the better side. I think Gaese was on a bad position for giving up the goal. I think Gaese is at fault for giving up such a soft goal. But again, I think Orlando's had more offensive play. I think they've had the ball more. I think they've had it more in dangerous areas. I think Orlando, I should say. Orlando has been they've played a very good game. Orlando's played a very good game, and I think it's fair they're tied 1-1. It's 1-1. I think that's fair. But I think that is fair. But MLS is dominating this cup. I agree. Charlotte's winning 3-0. Scott Arfield scored. Huh. Well, that's something. Arfield scored. Well, I'll take it. Charlotte, Dallas, Necaxa. Yep. Not surprised. So, there we go. But again, I think Orlando's played very well. I think Orlando, at least, I think it's fair they're drawing. I think a win, they probably should be winning, but I think it's fair that they're drawing. I think they'll end up winning this game. And if they do, they're through, whether it's a shootout or outright. So, both these games have a similar situation. Sadly enough, you can't do double screens yet. I thought they said they were going to do a multi-screen thing. Hopefully they have that ready by decision day. Jesus. So what's your score prediction against Chicago and Puebla? Chicago 2-1. Chicago beats Puebla 2-1. Puebla won't get their butts whipped like they did against Minnesota, but Chicago wins. Duncan McGuire needs to be on the whole 90, not 50-60. I agree with that. But I think Orlando should at least win on penalties, if not win outright. I said 2-1 before the game for Orlando. So we're pretty much on the right track. This is going about how I expected it to. Fans from Upper Manhattan, Bronx, Queens, and deeper to Brooklyn would have a hard time getting to Staten Island location. Atlanta has 63% possession. They've only got 1 goal. Huh, ain't that something? Red by Necaxa. Yep, they're going to get worse. It's going to get worse for them. That's interesting. Or Mora? Yeah. Sit tight. We'll be back. There we go. Well, I don't think they'll have enough time. I don't think Austin are going to make it to the group stage. They still play Juarez. They have a chance, but going to be tight. I'll try to finish out at least the regular time of this game. Hit that like button. Video's doing pretty good, but could do better. But we'll finish this Atlanta game off. Miguel Berry coming on for 2 minutes for Rossetto. We'll find out if it goes to penalties or not, but I can't watch the shootout. Actually, hold on. Is it? '90th minute. But with that being said, 5 minutes of stoppage time. Five minutes of a free trial. You're crazy. Still halftime over there. Almada with a free kick here. If one team has 0 points and the other has, if one team has 1 point and the other has 2, that means you go through. Am I taking crazy pills? I think I am. I know I suck at math, but 3 is bigger than 0 and 2 is bigger than 1. Yeah, if Cruz Azul wins the shootout, yeah, they go through, but or if they win outright. But here's the kicker. They may not. I know I suck at math, but I think I figured that out. Second half's about to start with Orlando and Santos. 45 more minutes, they'll make a sub. But again, because if they were going to go through no matter what, they already would have said. Do you think Iniesta will make Miami way better? Yeah? How many goals do you think Atlas get tomorrow? 5 is my bet. Could all be in the first half. Long bet TFC give up double figures in goals. I'm only going to be nice to Toronto for one reason. Atlas has no good players. Dagerdan Thorhalsen comes on for Orlando. The only reason I'm going to be nice to Toronto is this. They have no Oziel Herrera. They have no Julio Furch. They have no Quinones. Toronto probably won't allow 5. So, yeah, Toronto probably won't give up 5 only because Atlas does not have any good players. They only have one good player, and Rocha's not a striker. They're going to struggle to score goals too. So I'm going to tell you right now, it might not be smart to take that bet, even though Toronto sucks. But then again, they may be so bad that it doesn't matter who they have. They'll still give up 5. So you know what? Yeah, I'm a redneck. I'm proud redneck. 46 minutes. Orlando scores a second right at the start of the half. Carlos plays it up. Pereira! Golazo! Goal! 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 Goal de Orlando! Goal de Mauricio Pereira! Golazo! Top bins! Top bins! Ooh. Almada. Nope. Looks like they're going to penalties. Golazo! Golazo, Mauricio Pineda. It's 2-0 or 2-1. 1-2. Uno dos. What a goal, Pereira. Outside the 18. '47th minute, Pereira scores. 2-1, 2-1, Orlando. What a shot, man. What a shot. Orlando has the lead. Orlando draws Atlanta draws Cruz Azul in the 90th minute. Yep, they're going to penalties. They're going to penalties. Real sad part of this TFC season is they had built half-decent squad. This Leagues Cup was winnable, but lots of ifs and buts. That's true. That is true. Cruz Azul and Atlanta are going to penalties. Takes about, what, 10 minutes to get to a shootout starting? Oh, so even unlike Fox, they know. So we're going to follow by what they say on. We're going to follow by what they say on. Fight Mob. I think NYCFC plays New England in the Revolution in the knockout stage. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll check again, but that sounds about right. Cross in, cleared. Orlando doing just enough. They have the lead. If they win, they are through. What a shot by Pereira. Orlando first, Houston second, which is how I had it. Picked. So that's at least one on the money. That's at least one on the money. Yay. You love to see it. 50th minute. Santos Laguna with a free kick here. Super chats are on. Cross in, header. Good clearance by Orlando. Shot. Blocked away. Angulo to pick it up, but he doesn't get it. Cross in, header. Ooh. Ooh. Playing forward. Oh, nice play. Oh, what a save there. '52nd minute. Ooh. McGuire. Here's a chance here. Orlando. Shot. Oh, past the post. Facundo Torres puts it past the post. 52nd minute. Orlando wants to end this now. They don't want to be at the mercy of an equalizer. They want to end this now. They want to end this now. You know what? I'm going to watch the Atlanta Cruz Azul shootout. Just let me do it, okay? I think it's only fair. I'm going to watch the shootout. Atlanta scored 1-0. Lennon scored 1-0. Trying to be a bit more. Oh, Salcedo's taking the first pen for Cruz Azul. The penalty shouldn't take that long. We'll be watching SummerSlam. Yeah, I'm off on August 5th. I ain't got nothing to do on August 5th. So, yeah, I won't be live for SummerSlam, but I'll be watching SummerSlam. I ain't got no football to watch on August 5th. It's an off day. I mean, I'll still do like a recap or something, I think, but I'll be off, so I'll be able to watch SummerSlam next weekend. Yeah, it is next weekend. I'll be able to watch it. Should be fun. Salcedo. Off the crossbar. Salcedo puts it off the crossbar. 1-0. Cruz Azul. Or 1-0 Atlanta, I should say. Cruz Azul misses. I had to watch the shootout. I'm sorry. And I only have one screen, so. If Atlanta wins, they're through. So I'm just going to throw this over for like 10 minutes, but Atlanta's got a lead, or Orlando's got a lead. Duncan McGuire is down, but he's back up in the 53rd minute. Mayumba makes it 2-0. If Atlanta wins, they're through. Rivero. So I guess technically they got the second point. As of now. Still 2-1 for Orlando versus Santos. He missed the ball. Oh. Oh, no, they were lasering him. Apple isn't broken for you. No, they go again. Rivero, Guzan. Oh! Puts it top bins. Still 2-1 for Orlando Santos. Brunetta gets a yellow card for a foul. Oh, he can do the tracker. There we go. For now. Well, that's interesting. Miguel Berry to take this corner. And that's, oh, Miguel Berry got saved. 2-1 still. Oh, no. This could go forever. Still 2-1. And the play-by-play for Font Mob isn't working, so I'm stuck where I'm stuck. I wouldn't say stuck, but you get my point. Juarez goal 1-1 versus Austin. Imagine just a CONCACAF After Dark game. Santos goal. Save. Well, now I got to see the freaking repeat. Santos scores a second. Santos scores a second. Let's see. And it's a goal. It is Preciado. Harold Preciado. Header by Preciado into the top bins. Goal. Almada scores to make it 3-3. Talbo scored. Almada scored. They're checking this. Offside, maybe. If it is, if it is a goal, it is Preciado. Rotondi scores 3-3. I got it right there. I guess I didn't have to watch, but 3-3 between Cruz Azul Atlanta United. But it went top bins and it just floated into the net, but it could be offside. I say it is. You have a game after this one? No, this is it. Be a goal kick for Jansen if it's an offside, and Orlando would keep the lead if it's offside. I mean, to me, I think it's a free kick defensively, and besides, I think it was off free kick, offside. Like, there's goalie interference. There's like 3 things that could take away this goal, and I think all of them happened. I think there was a foul there. This has to be the best game of the day. Yeah, I agree. Giakoumakis scores his penalty. 4-3. I personally think it's no goal. I know, Cruz Azul Atlanta are on pens. Atlanta's winning 3. Goal allowed. So, Harold Preciado scores the header. No foul. Preciado scores the header, 2-2. But again, Orlando has to win on penalties or outright. What a twist and turn full game. In the 60th minute, 61st. 2-2, 2-2. Goals confirmed, 2-2. 2-2. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going, y'all. Atlanta United is a shit show. Well, yeah, that one I'll agree with. 7 shots to 6. Harold Preciado in the 61st. Orlando still has the extra point, though. But again, if they lose, Santos goes through if they lose on penalties. Honestly, they should have kicked Atlas out of the tournament. But then again, if Toronto and Parata missed a penalty. Antuna scored, Parata missed a penalty. If Cruz Azul scores, they're through. But again, I think Atlas should have been taken out of the tournament. I don't think you should still be in a tournament after a game that you won, mind you. You go after the call and say it wasn't offside and then make a reference to 1930s, 40s Germany. I wouldn't do it. I don't think they should still be. Like, a fine doesn't change anything. Unless you want to heal, I guess, then we have a heel, don't we? Corner here. But I think they should be out of the tournament, to be honest. Headed back, shot, past the post. I know it would have put Toronto through automatically, but you know what? I would take it. 1-0 Pumas over DC. In an alternate universe, Ryan is a diehard Rotloss fan. No. Hell no. That would never happen. What did Atlas do? They used a quote in a tweet from the Minister of Propaganda in the regime. In the Cruz Azul scores the winner. Cruz Azul will move through after winning the shootout. But again, they used a quote saying, you keep repeating a lie of something. Like, you keep repeating a lie, people will believe it. The media keeps repeating a lie, the people will believe it. Some of that line, that's just a paraphrase. But they used a German fascist quote complaining about the offside and people saying that ball, like, it wasn't offside. I agree with that. Again, that would help Toronto, but I agree with that. But that's not why I want it to happen. Money ain't about the money. It's about the principle. So you find them some amount of money, right? to me personally, I think that deserves more than a fine, but I don't know. Realized Houston would get knocked out if Santos wins outright. No, they said if Santos wins, Houston goes through. That's what they said here. Cruz Azul wins on PKs. That means Miami gets to play Orlando. No, Apple said that Houston goes through if Santos wins. Unless Apple's wrong, which I don't know why. Apple should know, JK. You better. Miami gets to play Orlando. I mean, Santos would have lost to Houston, but Orlando would have beaten Houston, but Houston would have beaten Santos. I guess it's up to goal differential then. They all have 0. Shot! Off behind the post. I don't get it, to be honest. Ban them out last 1 year from CONCACAF tournaments like Juve. Now, there we go. Going through next year's Leagues Cup. Starting from now, going through next year's Leagues Cup. I agree. But if not. 66th minute. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. 67th minute. Orlando looking for an outright winner. Well, that still bans them from Leagues Cup twice. From the rest of this Leagues Cup and next year's. Let's get this one going. Super chats are on as well. Of course. Nice. Playing forward. Orlando looking for another. Playing forward. Blocked away by Carlos. That's a corner in the 68th. I think the Leagues Cup should be held annually. It will be. It's not a think. It will be. It will be. That's the point. Antonio Carlos gives away the corner. I'm nervous. I don't blame you. I would be too. Cross in. Header! Past the post. Goal kick for Gallese. I do not blame you one bit. I officially hate Atlas FC. I've been hating them, but you know what? I've been hating them, but everybody sees why I call them Ratlas now, and why a lot of people do, but currently, as things stand, Orlando's on top of the group at 3 points, followed by Houston at 3, then Santos last with 2. But if Santos wins the shootout, they have 3 points too. So add that on for size. Try that on for size. So that's probably, yeah, I'm confused. I'm legitimately confused, to be honest. I just want Orlando to win to make it easier for me. Maybe they meant outright. Maybe they did not mean penalties, but at least for the Santos part of things. But you would think they did, but they'd still have more than Houston. So they'd still have more points than Houston if they won outright. So that's why they'd be above Houston. But Orlando would only have 2. So maybe they meant outright. So why they didn't put a draw there, I have no idea. But maybe they meant outright instead of a draw. So 2-2. It's 2-2. Group I is so confused. I don't like the way this is going. It's 2-2. It should be 2-1, but I think it's 2-2. It should be 2-1, I think, but it's 2-2. Dos and dos. 70th minute. 2 subs for Santos Laguna with 20 to go. What is the tiebreaker? I think head-to-head's the first tiebreaker, which that's even muddied because Orlando beat Houston. Houston beat Santos. Santos is beating Orlando. So then it's goal differential, but they all have 0 goal differential. So I guess it's goals scored, which Santos has scored more than Orlando. Orlando scored 3. Santos has scored 4. Orlando's given up 3. Santos has given up 4. So, again, if it's goals scored and they're all at 3, Gouveia and Aquino. Is that Omar Gouveia? The one that Toronto wanted? Is that? How does Santos score? Cruz Azul won in penalties. Santos scored with looping header. The second goal was a looping header. Lopez. Lopez was the shot by Gaese that he was on the right end of. He just couldn't get a hand to it. Aquino for Lopez. Aldo Lopez. And 71st minute. A different Gouveia, okay. Yeah. Lopez, I could see. Lopez for Gouveia. Different Gouveia, I should say. 72nd minute. What is up with Necaxa? They're getting their ass whipped. That's what. I don't blame you for being angry. You should be angry in both situations because y'all got BS'd on the goal or the offside goal. And then Atlas were that tone deaf to make the message they made. So, header, ooh. So, again, I don't blame you. Orlando, Facundo Torres. Well, I figured Necaxa was going home. I didn't think. I have to check again, but I think, yeah, I said they would go home. Shot. Oh, past the post. Santos Laguna is knocking on that door to win outright. I hope I'm wrong, but Atlas is beating TFC. If TFC not even, they have to go through. I'm gonna make this what it is. If TFC wins by 3 and goes through, super chat tomorrow. Okay? That's only fair. I think that's only fair. How are we doing, Angus? This seems like a good match. Hope you're well. I'm doing good. And yes, this is a very good match. Twists and turns aplenty. It's like a roller coaster. Twists and turns aplenty. It's like a roller coaster. Angulo. Why he ran backwards? That makes no sense. 74th minute. '74th minute. 2-2. 2-2. Oh, what a pass. Oh. Past the post. I was like, they're in trouble. Orlando in trouble. Preciado almost scored a second. This man Preciado is a freaking lethal striker. Scoring goals for fun. 3 goals for Santos Laguna in this tournament. The only one he hasn't scored was their first one tonight, and he almost scored a second here. I want Preciado versus Messi at some point this tournament. Give me Preciado versus Messi. Who's going to score more goals? Messi or Harold Preciado? Because they've both been the best goal scorers in this tournament. I think if don't quote me on this, but I think Messi and Preciado are the top two in the Golden Boot right now in this tournament. Like, that's got to be what it is. Like, it's got to be. Mana got one. Santos fumbled the bag. Okay, that's pretty funny. Hopefully he got a laugh out of you. I would hope. Austin score Ethan Finley, 1-0. What a crazy tournament this is. I'm having fun with it. Nice. Ramiro Enrique comes on for Duncan McGuire. Pereira off for Ojeda. Oh my God, they're subbing off their best players. Oh, that's stupid. They're taking off all their best players. That's foolish. Does my head in. Group I seems to be the group of draw. Not the group of death, it's the group of draw. 27th minute. I like, or 77th minute. Why did I say 77th? Oh, hey, look, the Leafs Cup patch fell off the referee's shirt, too. Hydration break in the 77th minute. Louisville City 2-0 over Indy 11. Let's go. Let's go. You love to see it. Why? What do you mean, why? Another 45. Not even another 45, but boom. That Pereira goal was amazing. And they took off both their goal scorers. I don't get it. I legitimately don't get it. Charlotte 4-1 Necaxa. Hey, they scored a goal. Good for them. Full time. Necaxa has now eliminated Charlotte. Dallas are in. Charlotte first, Dallas second, but they're both through. But again, looks like 12 minutes before stoppage time. And there will be some stoppage time. But we're looking like we're heading straight to a penalty shootout unless Santos or Orlando could find something here. Hope it's Orlando. If Santos wins outright, they top the group. Houston joins them in the knockout stage. If Orlando wins outright, they top the group. Houston joins them. If it's a penalty shootout win, there's a lot of calculus to it. Shot, save. Guy SA picks it up. There's a lot of calculus to it that, again, I'm not good in math, so I don't know how to do it. These 3-team groups do my head in. I don't like 3-team groups, to be honest. 3-team groups do my head in. 4-team groups are easy and even. Erkan Kara came on for Ivan Angulo. Okay, that's just genius. I'm being sarcastic. 80th minute, cross in. That'll be cleared. Erkan Kara. The 80th minute. They got Erkan Kara. Or they will put on Erkan Kara for Angulo. Here he comes. Mr. Born Offside. I hope he's good at penalties. '81st minute, 9 minutes plus stoppage time. Throw in, a very long throw in. Headed back. Santos. Antonio Carlos is the last man back defensively. Oh, Robin Jansen was. Good clearance by Antonio Carlos. Orlando Santos are at 0 goal differential. If they're going to penalties, they can win between more goals. Penalties don't count as goal differential. Because if it did, they would have said they scored this many, and that would have added the shootouts for both teams. It did not. Cross in, shot past the post. And Orlando would still have a +1 goal differential if the goal differential actually counted from penalties, because they won by 1 over Houston. So it was a 1-1 draw, which means they scored 6. Houston scored 5, which means they allowed 5, which means 6-7. They've scored 8. It would still be +1, so they don't count the penalties, which is kind of stupid considering, again, it's a 3-team group. You would think they probably need that just in case, but, you know, that'd be unfair because in a group like this, it would be nice for them to add it on because they all had shootouts. At least it looks like it. Every game went to a shootout. You could add those on. Houston went to 2 shootouts. Orlando looks like they're going to 2 shootouts. And Santos looks like they're going to 2 as it stands. I would think that a coin flip might determine the outcome. Well, if it comes down to that, that'd be crazy. Hopefully they show it on TV. I need to know the answer. Cross in. Ooh. Erkan Kara almost kept that to Orlando. That would have been great if he got out with a chance there. 83rd minute. That's not a foul, but okay. Free kick. Did Cruz Azul pass? They went through. They won on penalties. They went through as second in the Miami division. In the Miami group, they went through as second. Seems Pumas will beat DC. They're dominating. I'm not surprised. Going to Rocky Top again this year. No. It was only once. Who knows? I mean, maybe we get the harebrained idea to spend Christmas down there. I don't know. And figure out how to do it, but I don't think that'll be the case. That ref got pissed off. He got nutmegged. That's what it was. Santos gets a yellow card, 84th minute. But hey, if there's a harebrained idea, we spend Christmas down there, I guess. Yeah. If Orlando wins in shootouts, that's +1. 84th minute. It's like, oh, we don't think this will go to a shootout. Tiebreaker by coin would need to be shown in the public with a camera. Probably on the field would be the best way. True. They didn't do that during the Gold Cup in 2000, though. That was a deep cut. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Yeah. Substitution for Santos, Emerson. Emerson Rodriguez for Gonzalez is the sub in 85th minute. Astros 13, Rays 2. Jesus. If TFC had the power level of America, they would bring total destruction everywhere. I'd be a very happy man. A very, very happy man if that happened. If they had that power level, I'd be a happy man. Header. Oh. 5 minutes to go. Five minutes plus stoppage time to go. Ooh. Maybe the official CONCACAF cat determine the secret draw. Was it Sabrina the Teenage Witch's cat? That seems like CONCACAF speed. That's another deep cut that I'd hope you get. I mean, we're not that old. Right? Sabrina the Teenage Witch isn't that old. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that show. Of my generation. I'm sure a lot of you have. And if you haven't, well, will Montreal stand a chance against an America power level TFC? No. As that should be the case. They should not stand a chance against us. We're as big of a club as we say we are. So, that's the way it should be. Aquino gets a yellow card. '87th minute. But yeah, pretty much. I'm a 90s kid in everything but birth date. But, I mean, it ain't too surprising considering I was born 20 days after the 90s ended. Juarez got an equalizer 1-1 against Austin. Sebastian Salcedo. Man, Austin sucks. 87th minute. Header. Oh, Ramiro doesn't bring it down. 88th minute. Foul, free kick for Santos. They play it quickly. Could they get off the break here? Ooh. Oh! Free kick at the top of the box. Araujo gives up a free kick. And no, he doesn't get a card. America versus Miami final will be epic, though. I would understand Messi is the best in the world. You can't carry the whole Miami team. I see America winning if there's a final between them. 88th minute. Oh, yeah, because DC went through by beating Montreal, didn't they? Orlando fumbling. Pumas has a point. They'd have 4. If they lost, they would only have 1. If they drew, they'd have 2, and maybe they'd lose to Montreal. Yeah, Montreal's out if DC wins, or Pumas wins, yeah. Over the bar, it'd be Pumas and Montreal. Well, hey, if Toronto can't make it through, I'm glad Montreal ain't either. And LA Galaxy, they have to win to knock out Vancouver. It could be very possible by the end of tomorrow, all the Canadian teams are eliminated from this tournament. Could be very likely. Free kick, 30 seconds and stoppage time. to go. Ooh, ooh, clear it, clear it, clear it, clear it, clear it, clear it. What are you doing? 90th minute. Plays it. DC wins, that means Montreal are in. Exactly. But as of now, it's very likely that all three Canadian teams could be eliminated from this tournament. If Vancouver wins, they might be the only one left standing, to be honest. Montreal's in trouble. Toronto ain't winning by 3, and if they do, it's a freaking act of God. And they're certainly losing their knockout round game. Orlando might be the last one left standing, if anything. I mean, they should beat LA. They're probably in the most favorable position of the three teams. But even then, they could still screw it up. It's Vancouver in LA. LA sort of had some okay form recently. 90-37. How much stoppage time? Free kick here for Orlando. 3 shootouts in one group. I honestly can't believe it. How much stoppage time? We're past a minute. How much are they going to give? They're going to let the free kick be taken. I know if they go to penalties, they don't go through anyway. It doesn't matter. They have to win outright by 3 goals. As I said, Vancouver's in the best position of the 3. I know, only win by 3. Unless it's just an only win, then I feel a lot more comfortable if it's only win. Not loss sucks. They have nobody besides Aldo Rocha. Orlando scores a third. Right at the end of the game. Tap in. Goal! 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 De Orlando! 3-2 with 4 minutes to go. Oh my Lord! Orlando takes the last minute lead. There's going to be another goal, isn't there? Santos is going to tie this up and send it to penalties, right? There's no way they won't. But Orlando scores. Orlando scores in the 92nd minute. Wow. 3-2. What a play. Houston going through as it stands. Second place. Yep. Orlando first, Houston second, which is how I had it predicted. Wilder Cartagena scores the goal. Big cross by Araujo. And the most unlikely of them all, Wilder Cartagena gets in there. Perfect run. Puts it past Laoud. Wilder Cartagena scores. Tres a dos. Wilder Cartagena is the man of the hour. If it holds. 94th minute. Pumas get a second goal. 2-0 Pumas. Yeah, it's done for Montreal. You love to see it. Silva. Nathan Silva. Wilder Cartagena, the 90-plus third. It was really 90-plus 2, but okay. Took him a minute to freaking celebrate. I'll keep it 90-plus 2 in my discretion, to be honest. 94th minute. See if they played at 97. It's at least 6 minutes. They're over halfway. 2 more to go. 2/3 through stoppage time, and Orlando has the lead. Free kick. Orlando. So close. I told you I'll be Orlando, Houston, Santos. Ah! What a game. '95th minute. Preciado to TFC. We do need a striker. But we also have Cassius Malula. But if we lose Insigne, we could have Insigne, Preciado, Bernadeschi. You know what? That don't sound too bad, actually. You know what? Yeah, let's let Insigne go to Saudi Arabia. Give me Preciado. Put Malula wide and Preciado up top. Yeah, that actually sounds good to me. Honestly, that's the way I would go, to be honest. If I was managing, that's the way I would go. If I had to go get a player that was good in Liga MX and scoring goals in Leagues Cup, it'd be Preciado. Striker, Malula on the wing, Bernadeschi stays. And that'll be my front three. I think that would be better for the style of play anyway. I think Insigne don't care. Where's Pachuca? They had a bye to the round of 32, just as LAFC did. They don't play till early next week. Or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Somewhere around there. 96-minute free kick. Santos. Could they get a last-second equalizer and send this to penalties? Game's getting chippy and frantic. That doesn't surprise me. 10 seconds. Throw in. They could play more. He was way offside. There's no way. Cross in. Header. 96 minute. That's a free kick. Advantage played. Santos looking for a third chance. Right to Gaese. He makes the save. It'll be a goal kick, and that might just be what ends the game. If not, it's not. But could that be the thing that ends the game? Gaese picks up. The ball, and we'll have a goal kick. And it's full time. Full time. 3-2 Orlando. 3-2. Orlando are through top of the group. Houston are second, as I predicted. Houston versus Miami. That sounds like a good match. And Houston would win. Santos are eliminated. Orlando wins the group. Houston is through. Orlando, Houston, they move on. Santos Laguna had a fight, but it just wasn't enough. Orlando gets it done at the bitter end. 3-2, 3-2. Orlando is through to the knockout stage. Congratulations to Orlando and Houston Dynamo. Commiserations to Santos Laguna, the ones who have been eliminated. Ain't that something? With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in play. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of Orlando versus Santos Laguna. I'll see you then. And there we go. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.